Welcome to Streetwalker Geographic. Hope you enjoy. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, in the wild, under the unforgiving glare of the midday sun, we encounter a rare and curious specimen, the Omarian tweaker. Observe how he claims the asphalt as his stage. With no regard for traffic patterns or social norms, he performs an improvised courtship dance, hips swaying, shoulders popping, guided by rhythms known only to him. The other explores. This is not vanity. This is ritual. Notice the confidence, the absolute commitment. Predators do not stalk him. Pedestrians give a wide berth, sensing they have stumbled upon something ancient, powerful, and deeply confusing. Much like the peacock, he is unaware of how he appears, only that he must perform. And so, in the concrete savannah, the Omarian tweaker dances on, unbothered, unashamed, and tragically offbeat. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, here we observe the waiter tweaker, so named not for any scientific reason, but because of her restless energy and permanently wide-searching eyes. Notice how she patrols the counter, alert to every stimulus, the beep of the register, the rustle of a receipt, the distant cry of a soda machine in need of refilling. Her gaze wanders, not lost, no, calculating. Is that a customer? A threat? A coupon from a competing chain? She does not yet know. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, here we observe the rare and elusive matrix tweaker, a creature of the urban jungle. Notice how it remains perfectly still, balanced precariously on the edge of reality and whatever is left of its surroundings. With the poise of a yoga master and the stillness of a statue, it leans backwards, defying gravity, reason, and basic human ergonomics. Eyes wide, unblinking, the matrix tweaker seems to exist in a parallel dimension where time is irrelevant and motion is but a distant memory. Observe as it holds its position, completely unaware of the outside world, living solely in the static blur of its own mind. A true marvel of nature. And there it is, the subtle twitch of the fingers, a whisper of life, still pulsing through its system, an organism in a battle between existence and transcendence. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, here we witness the woke tweaker, a creature of the urban jungle, navigating the perilous terrain of a crosswalk. Leaning forward ever so slightly, he takes delicate measured steps, like a drunken ballerina trying to avoid the grasp of gravity itself. Each step, a silent battle against the lean of death, a force that seems to drag him toward an inevitable collapse. With a grace only achieved through years of practice, he spins and wobbles in circles, possibly chasing the elusive concept of balance, or perhaps just trying to figure out which direction the wind is blowing. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, here we see the hattrick tweaker already in motion, moving to a beat only he can hear. With a swift flick, the bag, it's discarded, and out comes a Chinese food box. The dance continues, wild and free, as the box joins the performance, held aloft like a forgotten treasure. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic. In the wild, the Christmas tweaker is a fascinating, elusive creature. With wide eyes, locked in an eternal state of alertness, it clings desperately to the support beam of a stranger's house. No one knows what he's searching for, but his focus is unmatched. He's been there for hours, or maybe days. Will he ever let go? Only time, and possibly the neighbors, will tell. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, here we witness the rare and elusive Jackson 5 tweaker in its natural habitat. Notice how she flails her limbs with an almost rhythmic precision, each move a frantic attempt to find something. Perhaps it's a stray crumb, or maybe the sweet, sweet embrace of the pavement beneath her. The twitching is contagious. The shuffle, mesmerizing. She's not just moving, she's dancing. A chaotic, unplanned, yet strangely fluid masterpiece unfolding before our very eyes.